Hey, good morning, second graders. It is Friday, September the 11th. So out of your Friday folder, this is the day that we're going to be working on a lot of things. The first thing that we're going to do this morning is our SEL, okay? And what we have today is you have a poster. And I know it's an easy thing just to color this poster, but let's kind of talk about this for a minute. My poster says, I can't do this yet. And yet is that big word. That's why it's written so big down here. Okay? I can't do this yet. And what that means is that there are still things that you can't do. Just like when we filled in last week, when we filled in the picture of the brain that had all the little squares, all the little spots in it. We took one day that you wrote down all the things that you could do. Everything that your brain has already learned to do. Like you've learned to write your name. Maybe you've learned to ride a bicycle. You have learned to do some math. You've learned to count, tie your shoes. Anything like that, your brain has already learned to do a lot of that. And then the next day we did the brain again, but this time it was things that I want to train my brain to do, what I want to teach my brain to do. That's exactly what this is, that yet. I haven't learned it yet. So we are coloring that poster today that said, I can't do this yet. And it is okay to tell somebody, but I can't do that yet because you're still learning. You're still training your brain. Okay? So let me give you a good example of that. If I gave you a bunch of ingredients, bunch of things, flour and water and milk and salt and eggs and butter, chocolate chips, let's say. If I give that all to you and I said, here's the pan, here's your oven, bake me some cookies. How many of you think you could do that? Without looking at anything, without any help, without somebody telling you what to do? Most of you probably could not do that. Okay? That's something I can't do this yet. But with practice, with some help, with some teaching, you will be able to do it. And instead of saying, I can't do this yet, you could put it over on your other brain and say, I can do it now. I have trained my brain to do this. Okay? So it is okay to have these I can't do this yet times. Okay? It's okay to say that. And don't be mad at yourself because you can't do it yet. Don't be so upset that it frustrates you so much that you can't do anything. Because you can do a lot of things. There are lots and lots and lots of things that you can do. But baking cookies by yourself with no instructions is probably something that you can't do yet. I don't even know if I could do it without the instructions. And I've been making cookies for a long time. But I still need to read. Okay, the oven is this temperature. I need this much flour. I need this much sugar. I need this much this. I need this much this. I need this many eggs. So I've trained my brain to cook and to bake, but I still need that paperwork to read from. Okay? So I want you to take time to color very neatly this poster. I can't do this yet. And that's why this little boy right here, he has a great big smile because he's not upset that he can't do it. Don't ever, ever, ever get upset because you can't do something yet. Okay? So I will be back in just a little bit with your religion assignment.